KBLA Talk 1580 online store now open for business with all kinds of fresh merch. Don't miss a single episode of The Motivator, Les Brown's month-long radio residency. You've got to be hungry. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. And afternoons just got real. Real people, real talk, real issues, real solutions. Be sure to check out Ariva Martin in real time on your way home weekday afternoons from 4 to 6. Turning up the frequency all Black History Month long. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580, and we don't black down.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Little ghetto boy playing in the ghetto street. What you gonna do when you grow up and have to face responsibility? Will you spend your days and nights in a pool room? Will you sell cans of madness to the neighborhood little ghetto boy? You already know how rough life can be, 'cause you've seen so much pain and misery.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary, the incomparable Donny Hathaway, one of the greatest male African-American singers of all times. You're listening to Rarefied Air right now, Little Ghetto Boy by Donny Hathaway. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a very, very powerful topic, but the personage that we have here, God in the personage of Delana Zimmerman has illuminated, right, this entire studio. We already have lighting in here, but Jesus, there's a whole different type of luminance in this building right now, and we're excited to have her here. She's been cooking with nothing but the rarest grease, and the meal is definitely being served up. Somebody says she is serving a whole meal, and it is devoid of crumbs. There are no crumbs, just whole pieces of nourishing, good food to eat. She is cooking, and she's interweaving spirituality and the clinical aspect. She's helping a lot of people, man. And tonight's topic, man, is one of those topics that we really need to get into. I'm stronger than us, which is why I no longer need a man. Are some black women too strong and independent for relationship happiness? We know there's brothers like this. I believe it. There's some brothers that just won't bend to anything. So we know that. But our sisters starting to catch up. Talk to them about your book and then answer that question for me.
Thank you. The title of my book is Do These Wings Make Me Look Fat? It is an unapologetic approach to spirituality and mental health. This book really outlines what we've talked about tonight. It is a book that challenges you to develop a new identity, a soul identity, so that you can know that you belong on this planet. And from that place is where your power comes from. From that place is where the wholeness comes from, the health comes from, the holy comes from. Get this book. Revolutionize your mind.
Man, if y'all don't get this book, man, I'm a boycott. I'm a boycott everybody if y'all don't get this book.
Do these wings make me look fat?
No, and see, let me tell you something about light workers. People think you're supposed to be here. You need to understand that if you're in the presence of a light worker, if you are benefiting from light workers, you need to thank your lucky stars because they don't have to accept the role. Even light workers have free will. A light worker can say, you know what? I'm not finna do the work Jesus did. You see what happened to him? Did y'all think they stopped coming? No, they keep coming and they keep incarnating and they keep sharing. But you know what? As this world, the way it is currently constructed, as it continues, you're starting to see, like Delana said earlier, this is a world that is starting to lack love. Now that's heavy. I'm starting to hear it more and more. Love ain't enough. Well, it makes sense why you think you don't need a man. Love ain't enough?
I don't know what it is.
Then you can't know what it is if you say love ain't enough.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So we're living in a world that is becoming devoid of spiritual understanding or even the desire to pursue it. So please, when you're in the presence of a light worker and you get enlightened in any way, shape, or form, you better thank your lucky stars that you were in the right place at the right time. That's all I got to say on the subject. Now, let's get some of these callers in. They have been waiting. Who's been on the longest? Sean, Oakland, California. Get in here.
Hey, brother, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, Zoda.
Zoda.
You have chosen wisely, my friend.
Yes.
With Delana, Ms. Delana, excuse me.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
Yes.
Ms. Delana Zimmerman. Wow. This is just so powerful, and I love what you're saying. And you know, you always get mad at me when I reset, but real quick, I've been together 31 years married and 35 together. But the reason why I say this is you guys hit on such profound points here because I've made every mistake in the book. And my better half, I always call her a better half because I don't mind giving up, props to someone who I love and I want to be with forever. So you got to remember that. You're giving up props to someone you want to be around forever, right? These kind of relationships. But I'll tell you a story real quick, and I would love to hear what you guys say about it. So I've been together that long, but I'm doing my business. My better half's doing her business in the old man, the good old boys network. And someone does her dirty. And I say, and she told me, she came home, told me, this guy did this to me. It was horrible. And I said, I'm going down there, and I'm going to let him know what I think about this. And she said, what are you talking about? Back off. I can handle myself. I don't need you to rescue me. And I was like, I'm going to kick his ass. And you know what she said? I don't need you to rescue me. You know why? Because I'm smarter than them. I'm smarter than them. I can handle my business. And from that day on, when I was like 28 years old and now I'm 55, I said, you get yours, you do yours, you can handle your own business. We'll make our own thing work and be happy together doing our thing. But I respect you because you know how to handle your own business.
Well, thank you, Sean. You know, we always appreciate your insight, brother. Now, we're going to answer this on the other side of your call because we got a lot of people that are trying to get in. Let's deal with what he said, though. He said his wife was like, I don't need your help because I'm smarter than the people that are trying to attack me. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, what he described was microaggressions that occur at work. Mm-hmm. And in black couples, there needs to be a place to talk about that because that is for spiritual growth as well. Mm-hmm. Not only is the man putting on a face, the woman is also putting on a face as well.
And she knows how to navigate. she may know how to navigate the topography at work better than him.
Yes.
And so his style of dealing with it might not be compatible. So I see what's going on. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, the medicine that he wanted to offer was not going to heal the wound.
Come on. Come on.
And that's fine, but I love how he allowed his wife to influence him. So that's what must happen in relationships as well. There must be the ability to influence each other. That's not control, that's love.
Well, hold on. Let me see what I think about that. Like, I'm under your influence? Is it like hypnosis?
No, you respect my approach, you respect my heart, you respect my mind, and we can agree that this is the best thing to do.
First off, don't talk to me like that. I hear the tone. Somebody put some music on or something. Andy, put a little ghetto boy back on or something. Man, I can't listen to this lady in here talking to me like this.
Did you see my eyes?
Yeah, I saw it all. I got to look in another direction. What in the hell? Hold on. Jesus Christ. She got that. What's the name of that snake in the movie with the little what's the little cartoon? It's Disney.
Oh.
With the little boy that's lost in the jungle and he's taken care of by a bear.
Yes, but I don't know the snake's name.
The snake that hypnotized the little boy. I said, oh, let me stop looking. What in the Sam hell is going on in it?
It's influence.
Don't influence me. Ladies and gentlemen, we on fire tonight. The voice of reason is crazy deep tonight, and I'm loving it. Let me get these callers in here. People been on the longest. Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado. Get in here.
Peace, Brother Zoe.
Yes,
Peace,
yes.
Sister Zimmerman.
Peace.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
My
question to you, you're welcome. My question to you is, what do we do as women about our unawareness of vibrating masculine? Like, I remember completely being unaware of mine, and I had to go through my journey, for God to soften my edges. And it was very interesting because on the outside, I'm very feminine, but on the inside, I didn't realize that I wasn't vibrating feminine until, some of my good male friends in my life let me know, like, you know what, you're very intimidating. You might want to just look into yourself. And then I've seen it within myself. So I noticed that there's a lot of us in the community that are completely unaware, like folks really don't know that they're vibrating masculine. So what do you have to say to that? Like, what other than, just straight up prayer and turning within to yourself to let it fold out? Like, what's your advice for those women out there that are completely unaware?
Thank you for that question. We have to keep talking about it. That's the first thing. It's nowhere else where we could know this is true unless we keep talking about it and have the humility to admit it. When I said earlier in the broadcast that if black women are only married 30% of the time, then we are in control of our families. We are in control of our daughters and our sons, and then our daughters become women who are in control, right? So we have to be honest with that. That's just a reality. And so, yes, prayer is really important. Asking, the still small voice inside of you to guide you and direct you in relationship with a man. Learning that you are the peace in the relationship, that friendliness is important, that kindness is important. Zoe joked about how I spoke to him, but that is our power, our femininity. You can get everything you want with softness. There was an old saying, you can catch more flies with sugar.
But is softness taboo again? Is it like you're not supposed to be soft?
That's an old paradigm.
Yeah.
Because without the softness, there's too many edges in the relationship. Where does the man land? What is my responsibility? What is my emotional responsibility, my mental responsibility, my physical responsibility as a woman, as a wife? What is my job description? What is it I'm supposed to do in relationship to a man? Where is he supposed to rest his head, his soul, his targeted life, if it's not with me?
Well, this society has no rounded edges. This society is as sharp and as linear as it could possibly be. And so our women are being made in and after the likeness of the sharpness of this society. How does she combat it? Because you do know her spirit and her soul is much stronger than what this society provides.
She needs a renewing of her mind, period. Because when your mind changes, your behind follows.
Water is fluid, soft, and yielding. But water will wear away a rock, which is rigid and cannot yield. As a rule, whatever is fluid, soft, and yielding will overcome whatever is rigid and hard. This is another paradox. What is soft is strong. Lao Tzu. When we come forward, we've got more to cook. We got and trust me, callers, I'm coming back to you. I see you coming in again. We got a lot to talk about. Delana is cooking.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Get ready for an intimate evening with Life Jennings. Valentine's Night, February 14th at the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. Doors open at 7 p.m., showtime 8. Advance tickets start at $65. Life Jennings and special guests. Valentine's Night at the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. For tickets, call 800-595-4849. For more info, call 323-849-9577 or visit jimsbenefitconcert.org.
Fred Hines was an African-American blacksmith when he started at LADWP in 1968. After a long 30-year career of public service, he enjoyed the fruits of his labor in retirement. Today, Utility Executive Secretary LaTanya Bogan serves as the Retirement Board President, overseeing the retirement funds for more than 20,000 LADWP employees and retirees. She promotes the financial security of LADWP employees and their families. As LADWP celebrates Black History Month, they proudly highlight the excellent work and exemplary leadership of Black employees who work hard to serve you. Visit them online at joinladwp.com.
Hi, this is Tavis.
Tavis, this is Dr. Kane. We've got a lot to talk about. I'll be in town on the 28th of February. Can you clear your calendar?
Absolutely, Dr. King. Good Lord, do I have some questions for you, sir. Hi, it's Tavis.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother. This is Minister Malcolm. Now, I heard that you and Martin are getting together for a public dialogue on February 28th. You see, now I already know the date. Now, I know y'all not trying to keep me out of that conversation, are you?
No, sir. No, sir.
What happened to George Floyd shouldn't happen, not even to a dog. How long must the Negro continue to endure this foolishness at the hands of law enforcement? People can take but so much before they reach a breaking point.
What do you mean, Black Lives Matter? Black lives haven't mattered in this country since Negroes stopped working for free at the end of slavery. You ought to be talking about Black Guns Matter and start your own NRA. Call it the Negro Revolutionary Amalgamation.
Don't miss this compelling historic radio event, The Return. When Tavis Smiley converses with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Tuesday, February 28th, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Can't you see? I gotta make it for you, and I gotta make it for me. Oh, sometimes it seems, girl, I'm neglecting you. Oh, I love to spend more time. I got so many things to do. Oh, I got work to do. I got
Turn it off.
work,
Wait a minute. Turn it
baby.
off. Hey, everybody got work to do. They got that inner work. See, it should feel the same, but it don't feel the same. That record feel good. That inner work hurt. See, you'd rather listen to that song and go to work. Work at a car wash. Work at an office somewhere. You don't mind working for your payment, right? You don't mind. But when it's time to go inside, it don't feel as good as that record. That record, the Isleys, just feels good. Make you want to. Michael Jackson got one that feel good. Working day and night, feel good about it. You hear it, you say, "Oh, damn, that's beautiful music." Work, the work that we talk about in relationship. It's not for you to enforce your partner to do that work. It's for you to work on yourself. And if you notice, that work don't feel the same, right? You got some people who wake up to their normal jobs and dread going to work. Now, think about the psychological work that must be done. Back to Lao Tzu. Men, humans, are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and the stiff will be broken. The soft and the supple will prevail. See, we got the wrong connotation and denotation of soft. Men think being soft is being weak. Softness, which is tolerance, patience, acceptance, understanding, grace, these are all tools that will prevail, that will steady the mind, that will free the mind from one thing: reacting versus responding. Trust me, I know. I done reacted on a fool. I'll react today. Let somebody mess with the car outside. I'll be out there reacting. You understand? Hard. But I got to learn how to be soft, right? Now, what's happening to our sisters, society has made them hard. I see it in their face. I don't care how much makeup you got on your face. I see the stone behind the foundation. I see the stone around your heart. And this is why it's difficult to relate after that 18-month period, that honeymoon period. Talk to us about it. Let's go deeper into it.
Well, there's a couple of things I want to say. And one of them is, if you don't go within, you will go without.
Come on.
That's for sure. But we don't live in a world, even our country says that we believe and we make room for the pursuit of happiness. But the intention is not outside of yourself. Happiness resides within. We live in a world that would have you, well, we're under the influence of consumerism and capitalism. That's the society in which we're talking about. And we're either going to eat from the tree of love, which are some of those principles that you talked about, or we're going to eat from the tree of fear. That's why we're reacting. I'm afraid I'm not going to have what I need. I'm afraid that you're going to disrespect me. I'm afraid that you don't recognize my value. I'm afraid all the time. And every strong emotion is not love. Some of it is fear. I'm in fear with you. I'm in fear with my children. I'm in fear with my partner. I'm in fear with my mama. I cannot have an open and loving relationship because I have either an avoidant or a dismissive or an anxious attachment to human beings. And it's not until I learn what that is and I go within and reparent that injured child can I have the freedom to love, without restraint, completely open, unafraid to cry, you're going to cry again. You're going to be disappointed again. You're going to be frustrated again. Somebody is not going to recognize you again. Don't worry about it. Wipe those tears and live, learn, and practice what that lesson is teaching you.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all paying attention tonight, but this is real. So many strong people are really scared people.
Yes.
Come on now.
But we can't say that.
Hey, Krishnamurti, Jiddu Krishnamurti, freedom and love go together. Love is not a reaction. To love is not to ask for anything in return, not even to feel that you are giving something. And it is only such love that can know freedom. So many people are putting a down payment on what they've never given themselves. I'm going to do this so I can get what I really want from within. But did you know you could give it to yourself? Somebody told you the only way to get it is on the outside, but really the only way to get it is from the inside. And once you start to cultivate it from within, then what happens?
You triggered me.
Did I? Why did I trigger you?
Because there's
wait, hold it. Hold that thought. We got to come forward. Oh, we got time? Okay, go.
Quickly.
Yes.
There's a template. There's a belief that that's what your relationship with God has to be like. That you have to have a good performance in order to get something out of it.
Come on.
And so if that's the basis of what I think I am, if I'm good and I give you something, I'm going to get it back because that's my Santa Claus God idea. That's how I'm moving through life. I'm trying to control people like Santa Claus, like God. You be good, I give you some, you give me some back, and we keep giving each other stuff, but it's all on the outside. Your skin is going to be moisturized, but your soul is going to be brittle.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the voice of reason, Delana Zimmerman, up in here cooking with the rarest grease. When we come forward, I promise this time we're going to talk to some callers.
Your love light's burning and a little food hot in my plate. You might as well get used to me coming home a little late. Oh, I got work to do. I got a job, baby. I got work to do. I got work to do. I got work to do.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. In Florida, a civil rights attorney claims a Polk County woman was arrested for banking while black. That's what attorney African-American Ben Crump said yesterday while announcing he's suing Mid-Florida Credit Union on behalf of Linda Stevens. She says she deposited $600 at the credit union's Bartow branch ATM in 2021, but the transaction never went through. Stevens went to the credit union several times to complain, and one time, Bartow police were called and she was arrested for disorderly conduct. Stevens says she was traumatized and humiliated. That Powerball jackpot keeps on growing. It's now reached $700 million ahead of tomorrow night's drawing. No one was able to correctly pick all 6 numbers for Wednesday night's drawing. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This is a rather bold pronouncement, but we think we can back it up. If you come across a radio frequency anywhere putting more variety and more diversity on the air than KBLA Talk 1580, we sure would like to hear about your discovery. You got to have vision. You can search, but we are confident that you won't find more shows covering more topics, hosted by a more diverse and inclusive lineup of talkers than the squad we have assembled here at KBLA Talk 1580.
This is the time, brothers. This is the time.
We've got something for everybody.
That's right.
Health and healing, history and humor, issues and events, and empowerment, and entertainment, all in one station.
What's really going on?
Free enterprise, you dig?
KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes!
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We got a lot to talk about.
King Kong ain't got on me, on me, on me, on me, on me.
Wallace T. Russell was a leader, mentor, and visionary who worked to diversify the engineering community, provide STEM education for future generations, and was a founding member of the LA Black Council of Engineers. Wallace's influence as a mechanical engineering associate was long-lasting in the community and retired after 32 years at LADWP. Today, Simon Zodu is the Director of Power Transmission Planning, Regulatory, and Innovation Division. Mr. Zodu manages the community-driven effort to engage communities of color in designing programs that will help achieve equity and a 100% carbon-free energy future that better serves all communities. As your LADWP celebrates Black History Month, we proudly highlight the excellent work and exemplary leadership of Black employees who work hard to serve you. Visit us online at joinladwp.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for education as a right, not a privilege. Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science is a private, non-profit, community-founded, student-centered university committed to cultivating diverse health profession leaders who are dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. CDU does this through outstanding education, clinical service, and community engagement. Recently, Charles Drew University made history by opening only the 5th medical school at an historically Black university. Congratulations, South LA, and congratulations to the Dean of the medical school, Dr. Deborah Protho-Stith. CDU is now training doctors and providing $90 million in annual economic benefit to Watts and surrounding neighborhoods. To apply for medical school, get more information, or sign your child up for the Junior Doctors Saturday School program, visit cdrewu.edu. That's cdrewu.edu. At KBLA, we are dedicated to equity in education and ending healthcare apartheid. And we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Here's how we long for Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear.
The world has gone hands-free. However, if you want to put on a pair of sneakers, you still need to bend down and help your feet in. Until now. Introducing Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear. You don't need to reach down to help your heel in. You just step into them and off you go. So what's the secret? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide into place. And they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers.
Get hands-free slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Tired of being locked out of job opportunities and shut down by systemic racism? KBLA stands with you in fighting for the rights of Black workers, and we don't black down. The Los Angeles Black Workers Center is a dynamic alliance of workers, organized labor, community-based organizations, clergy, students, and scholars, working collectively to improve the position of the Black working class. The LA Black Workers Center takes a comprehensive approach to addressing the Black jobs crisis. Their programs promote access to quality jobs, racial equity in hiring and retention, discrimination-free job sites, and they prepare Black workers for employment in high-wage, career-track jobs. The Black Workers Center supports workers who need help protecting their rights on the job. They give workers access to quality jobs and remove systemic barriers to employment. To sign up for free career readiness training, get involved in organizing around anti-discrimination, learn about union apprenticeship programs, or sign on to a trade registry, please visit www.lablackworkerscenter.org. That's lablackworkerscenter.org. Together, we can beat the Black jobs crisis. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
that you're here with me. I want to keep you free to do the things that you want to do. The joy in life is loving you. But now the day has come to let you know where I'm coming from. Yeah, the best of my years will go to you.
My playlist is my co-host. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Zoe Williams, and this is the voice of reason. You're listening to the wonderful sounds of Al Green. Look what you done for me. My playlist is on fire tonight. One of the hottest playlists of the year so far. Come on. Look what you done for me. He sounded a little bit like Tina Turner. Look what you done for me. Oh, nut bush. The voice of reason back in the building. Tonight's topic has been heavy, heavy, heavy. Let me get to the callers, because if I start talking to Delana again, we're going to miss the callers. Let's get the callers in here right now. Bowman, Grand Prairie, Texas, get in here.
Zoe, and is it Miss or Mrs. Zimmerman?
Miss.
Hey, listen, don't try to, listen, Bowman, don't try to pick up on her, dog. Just Delana Zimmerman. You heard her name 46 times in 2 hours. You heard, is it Miss or Mrs.? If you don't get your slick ass out of here, don't hit on my guest, man. I knew there was a reason he was on the phone for an hour. I knew he heard her talk, and he called in the media. I said, this is a little too early for him to be calling in. He ain't even heard her perspective yet. And I said, the boy ain't even dropped yet. The boy ain't dropped yet. Oh, he done heard how she sound. I'm cock blocking. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't want to be disrespectful, so I just want to address correctly. But I'm about to say something that's not popular, and it may make some people frustrated. But first and foremost, I want to say men are at fault for the mindset of women today.
What?
Women are primary.
Wait. Hold on.
It's a specific type of man. Type of man.
Just hold on. Let me digest that a second, because she busy. She didn't even hear what you said. So I need you to reframe it, not for me, but for Delana. Say that again.
In context, it's a specific type of man, but I'll say it's this that I said. Men are at fault for the mindset of women today. Now, I said what I was going to say. Women are primarily in this position because of the benefits it presents on a political and economical level for the 1%. These two specifically influence and manipulate how men and women relate one toward the other. And when women see a man come from a place of powerlessness, it will be very difficult for her to believe in him. It's not enough that she has come from a broken family. So when it comes to specific matters, she ignores the counsel of pertinent information from a man and or men who genuinely want to help correct her erroneous ways. And we know this because, for instance, if a man is telling her you should not date men who, multiple partners, and she goes along and wants to continue doing that and bumping her head, that's where one of the examples that, we see. And
wait, hold on, Bowman. Hold that thought 1 second. Bowman is from a tribe of unicorn men that were raised as a special monastery priesthood, and their job is to correct women. But go ahead, finish, Bowman.
And then the last thing I want to say is, you just have to look out for a specific type of women who want to gain their strength by seeing your downfall. And that's all I want to say.
Is that a question, or you just joining us with your deepness?
I want to say one thing to you. I just want to say one thing to you is that the system in which you talked about is not created by the man, the black man, or the black woman.
Boom.
We are a product of a system. We did not condition ourselves. What you're describing is the product of the conditioning our issues derive in this country from slavery. I didn't want to go all in them streets.
White supremacy.
Redlining. Patriarchy.
Jim Crow.
What we even think beauty is based on white patriarchy.
But Bowman seems to think that Wakanda is real, and there's a group of men in Wakanda that's like, no, you need instruction. Come on, Bowman. I love Bowman.
We have to rise above the idea.
Bowman, you got to call in every day, dog. You and I having conversations every day, bruh. Man, you would keep me sharp, man, because sometimes I fall off. But for real, Bowman, you should call in every day.
Saying that in particular, the 1%, you already know what they look like. So that's why I said a specific way. So that way, I already know about our plight. But you get what I'm saying.
No, I get it. I hear what you're saying, and I get where you're coming from. And to be honest, brother, it's hard. Like, you can't really talk about black relationships unless you talk about the wealth gap. But many clinicians or coaches don't even know the real data and how bad the wealth gap actually is. And then if we sit down and say, well, somebody has some kind of crazy expectation that he got to take you to dinner and he got to pay for this. And like you said, this holiday cycle, this is all an economy.
Absolutely.
But if you don't understand the wealth gap, your expectations are going to be that of the oppressor because you think what Disney and them said you supposed to have. Mm-hmm. But you don't even stop to think if you can afford what they got.
Ain't no palaces and ain't no horses. It's not happening.
But where's she seeing you coming from? She's seeing you coming from a place of powerlessness. A black woman has never seen a black man come from a place of power.
Yes, they did. They saw Malcolm.
Country. But that's
you said Malcolm. Never. I gave you Malcolm, and then you started stuttering. Don't stutter this evening.
No. But Malcolm was taken out, so he was technically powerlessness. Nobody defended Malcolm.
Hold on. When Malcolm was alive, did he exude power? Ask the minister. The minister who's alive today.
I would say yes, but even then, though, I mean, you understood who had the power to take away. You know what I'm saying? And while he was here, yes, he did great things. But at the end of the day, it was
no. We just talking about his power. We're not talking about who took him out. They didn't take him out.
What he represents. Right.
We talking about him, the man.
Right.
The brother had power. And let me tell you how much power he had. Can I give you a little insight?
Sure.
The brother had so much power that it was he hadn't even really realized it yet because he was still under the tutelage and submission of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He was so powerful and he wasn't even in his true self yet. And when he got in his true self, what happened? We got to get him out. Do you understand? Even under the control of Elijah, do you understand? He was powerful, brother. Come on, man.
I want to say.
I know where you're going with it. I know exactly where you're going.
Do you have power in your own life? Do you have power in your thinking? Do you have power in your spirit? Do you have access to the still small voice in your life? That's where power lies.
Hey, Bowman, we appreciate you for calling in and disrupting a wonderful show today. Please call in anytime, brother. You know I love it. I love it. I love it. You know you got a seat at the table. Call me anytime. Grand Prairie, Texas is in the building because of you. Let's keep it going. Do we have time for more callers? Okay, when we come forward, I'm going to Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan, and JW, South Central. When we come forward, we still got a lot to talk about.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Quick music and entertainment news update. Maisha Cairo here for KBLA. It's your K-Black Minute News. Dr. Dre is reportedly selling parts of his music catalog, including a share of NWA royalties. Combined, that's upward of $200 million. Run DMC is reportedly performing their last ever concert in the spring as part of a documentary. Rihanna is set to perform at Super Bowl February 12th, and she earns her first Oscar nomination for Black Panther Wakanda Forever original song Lift Me Up at this year's Academy Awards. In other music news, Justin Bieber officially sells his music catalog for more than $200 million. Singer-superstar Beyonce Knowles is slammed for performing in Dubai earlier this month amid anti-LGBTQ policies in the United Arab Emirates. Also under fire, Aretha's song Natural Woman. LGBTQ activist group deems it offensive to trans women. Last stop, Christopher Kid Reed gives his blessing to LeBron James's reboot of his hit 90s film House Party. I'm Aisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Lendistry. Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered in Los Angeles. Lendistry helps small business owners access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit Lendistry, LENDISTRY.com/KBLA today.
KBLA Talk 1580 is growing at a phenomenal pace, and we need to enlarge our territory. We are seeking smart, creative solution providers to join the KBLA delegation and go higher with us. If you or someone you know is interested in joining our team as a brand manager, go to our website at KBLA1580.com. Tap on employment opportunities and let us hear from you. We're not looking for everybody or just anybody, but you could be that special somebody. Come grow with us. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Fred McDaniels, a black cement finisher, started his career at LADWP in 1947. He worked in water distribution and knew the importance of delivering safe and reliable water to our customers. Today, Anselmo Collins runs the second largest municipal water utility in the nation. As head of LADWP's water system, he runs a state-of-the-art operation including thousands of miles of pipe, treatment plants, reservoirs, tanks, and pump stations. Anselmo ensures that Angelinos have access to reliable, safe, and quality drinking water every day. As your LADWP celebrates Black History Month, we proudly highlight the excellent work and exemplary leadership of Black employees who work hard to serve you. Visit us online at joinladwp.com.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey fellas, I'm talking to you too. Do you guys know who I'm talking to? Those of you who go out and stay out all night and have the next day. Expect us to be home when you get there. But let me tell you something, the sisters are not going for that no more. Because we realized two things, that you aren't doing anything for us, and that we can better do for ourselves. So from now on, we're going to use what we got to get what we want. So, you'd better think. There was a time when we had respect. That's the thing I never will forget. Now, baby, I got a life to live and a whole lot of love that I want to give. Yeah. But before I give it up, I gotta think.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire tonight. It's Friday night. I know y'all ain't heard this in a long time. Let me do this real quick. This is my home homeboy's mom that's singing right now. Her name is Lynn Collins. Used to sing for James Brown. My homeboy Tex, this is for you, man. Lynn Collins. She was such a beautiful soul. Lived in Pasadena. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned. Let's get to these phone calls before the show is over. We only got a little bit of time, so callers, let me say this to you. Brevity. Be brief. Be concise. No rambling. No stories. Just a question. And we're going to try to deal with all of it, okay? No stories. Brevity. Be brief. Who's been on the longest? JW, South Central, get in here.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, here we go, brother. Let's go. Let's be brief.
All right, I'm going to be real brief. The main point is relationships. That's why God created human beings for relationships, and relationships come with a process. And you have to learn how to not be selfish and care for the other person more than you or just as much. And that's what you call true love.
That's
true love. A process, and it takes time. It's the process. It's the phase, like you always say, a work in progress.
That's right.
And I wish I could comment on all the other little issues that you guys were referring to, but we don't have the time, and I'm going to stop calling late. No, because I challenged myself to try to get a few words in.
You got to call in early, brother. You got to call in early.
I will. That's what I just said, but that's the point.
All right.
I'm being brief.
Thank you, brother.
Process and being selfless.
Thank you, brother.
What we about. That's true love.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate the call. South Central's in the building because of you. Let's get Truemonger in here right now.
Yes, sir.
What up?
Good evening, Doc.
Man, I accidentally jumped you in front of Heru Ali. Hold tight, Truemonger.
I'll be quick.
Okay, be quick. Be quick. Let's go.
I asked a question in the chat earlier because due to women thinking they're stronger, thinking they don't need us really, at the end of the day, they let that make some of them arrogant. But at the end of the day, do they really want to be adult dependents on men and put all the pressure on them instead of having to do stuff for themselves?
Do some women want to be adult dependent? They want to depend on the man. They don't want to do anything. They want a traditional situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, some women want to be adult dependents. They believe that their value comes from what a man gives them. They believe they're validated by how much money is spent, how much the bag is, and how big the ring is. But that's a fallacy because that's a woman that seeks outside of herself for comfort, validation, and identity. You don't want to be in that relationship in the first place. She needs therapy.
Wow. 1-800-920-1580. Some women would say, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't.
No,
if I'm
you're
independent.
beautiful. You're beautiful. You go within. It doesn't matter what's without. You must go within. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked by just living without, by just seeking outside of yourself. It hasn't worked to date. That's why we're having this conversation.
Right. Oh, this is fire tonight. This is fire. Heru Ali, get in here. Brevity. Get in here, Heru.
Peace and love to the family nations. Honor Soul, Andy, staff, and the God, Tavis Smiley. Listen, at this point, with the time that we have left, all we want to say is honors to the Queen, Delana. You've been dropping fire, and your voice is
Hey, don't you? Ain't you got? Hey, don't you? Wait, don't you got a woman, Heru? Heru, don't come in here. Don't do what Bowman did, Heru. Your voice is merchandising.
Respectfully. Listen, the last thing that I'll say, because we only got less than 3 minutes left, is so check that email out. I know it's wild. It's wild as hell.
I'm gonna check it out.
Listen, and I appreciate you being strategic. Peace and love to the family nations. Everybody stay safe. I'm out.
All right, thank you. Medina, Baltimore, you got to make it quick. Brevity. You call in every time at the end, but let's try to get you a little bit of shine in here. Talk to me.
Oh, wow. Good evening, brother. So, well, love is what you are. So, what else are we, right? If not love. So, if people know that they are loved, So it makes relationship easier. Women can never be stronger than any relationship. That's why we have the society so messed up, right? Particularly us black folks, the way we do love has to be absolutely different. You have to love yourself. Love yourself, and then it makes the relationship easier. So I would say that next time I will try and call early.
Well, you know, you're more than welcome to call in anytime, and we agree. You must love yourself. Medina from Baltimore, you brought your city in the building. We appreciate you for doing that. Thank you for the call. Now, let me do this really quickly. Tomorrow, normally I don't come in here on a Saturday, but tomorrow I'm going to be on Angelique's show, which is Living in the Sweet Spot at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. I decided to go outside of my little cocoon, my weekday cocoon, and I'm going to do Living in the Sweet Spot at 3 p.m. with Angelique, and we're going to talk about it. Now that I've got that out the way, where can they find you? How can they follow you? Delana, they got to follow you. Your Instagram, I don't know what you got, but how can they follow you?
I am on Instagram at Delana Zimmerman Therapy. Delana Zimmerman Therapy. Also, there's a Facebook page that's DZ Therapy. But most importantly, my website has all the information. Nice. Delana, D-E-L-E-N-A, DelanaZimmermanTherapy.com.
Okay, so the next thing I got to do is get you on my TV show.
Okay.
Because we've been booking, clinicians for the show. And we've already done season 1, so we got to bring you on for season 2.
Sure.
You got to come in and cook this kind of meal for the TV now. Ladies and gentlemen, The Situation Shift is the television show with Zoe Williams. When I tell you it's going to be a cold situation shift. We on fire tonight. Listen, we start the conversations. You finish it. Trust me, I want you to stay put because Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers are coming up next. Please stay tuned for news. Trust me, you're going to enjoy Robin and Danny because they out of control. This was great. I appreciate everybody. We still have a lot to talk about here at KBLA.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Come on. It takes two to make it out of sight.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. In Florida, a civil rights attorney claims a Polk County woman was arrested for banking while black. That's what attorney African-American Ben Crump said.